We got the gods in the building, got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building, got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about you.
With scriptures we shake and bake. March around Babylon, make it quick. My people, they see us, we make them say. The gods I come back to come say that they make them pay. That's what the Bible say. G is for greatest, O is for overkill. D is for dominate. S for superior, yeah, but we winning still. You heathens, you making me mad. So I'ma go out and prophesy. Esau wanna be us so bad. Your DNA full of lies. Stealers, the branders, the sellers, the killers. You teaching your offspring not to be with us. Today is new day. I can read. My God and my Bible resembling me.
We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Got gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. We got the gods in the building. Got gods in the building. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about your feelings. Don't care about your.
Ecclesiastes 7:16. I would like to understand of what is righteous over much means. Good question. Let's go to it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise.
Okay, so let's start at verse 14.
Verse 14. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 14. In the day of prosperity, be joyful, but in the day of adversity, consider. God also hath set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise.
Read the next verse.
Be not, verse 17, be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?
All right, so let's see. What is he talking about there? Go to the king. Is that what I want? Yeah. Let's go to that. 4:13. Ecclesiastes 4:13.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 13. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and a foolish king.
Go ahead.
Who will no more be admonished.
Which will no more be admonished. That's the precept to it right there. Be not righteous over much, right? Neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? So, when reading verse 13, it says, better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. What's the reason that we admonish one another? What does that mean to admonish? What does it mean? What is it? Sirach 19? What is it? Sirach 19. Brother Abel, what does it mean to admonish? That's not an everyday Negro word. We don't walk around talking like that.
Shalom leadership.
Yeah.
It means to put somebody down because of what you know.
No, that's completely opposite. Joshua, what does it mean to admonish?
Correct and reprove someone.
Correct and reprove. Right? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 19, and let's read verse 13.
The book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 19, verse 13.
13 through 17.
Admonish a friend. It may be that he have not done it, and if he have done it, that he do it no more. Admonish thy friend. It may be he has not said it, and if he have, that he speak it not again. Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue? Admonish thy neighbor before thou hast threatened him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High.
Okay, so the reason for admonishing is to correct one another. So Solomon's let you know that it's better to be a kid. Let's go back to the 4:13. A poor and wise child than a foolish king who will no more be corrected. So if you get to verse, where was he at? 11 and what? 7:16. 7:16, right? So be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. What was Solomon? What was the title that he was given? That we give him also. What was the title? Amaziah Ephraim.
Shalom, leadership.
Hey, shalom.
The wisest man that ever lived.
He was the wisest man that ever lived. Who can tell Solomon anything? Second Ezra 7. Go to that. Who can tell Solomon anything that he didn't already know? You can't tell him nothing. He's the wisest man. Second Ezra 7, and let's read. We're gonna jump. Is that what I want? Wisdom of Solomon 7. That's what I want. Wisdom of Solomon 7. Let's read 7 on down.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of...
Start at verse 7.
Oh, verse 7. Please, Wisdom of Solomon 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon God, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I love her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out. All good things together come to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands. And I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them. And I knew not that she was the mother of them.
Now jump down to verse 17.
Verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times.
So it said how the world was made and the operation of the elements. What we was talking about in Genesis, that was second nature to Solomon. That was second nature how everything came together. He didn't need to go to school for it. God already gave it to him. The beginning, ending, and midst of times, right? So he had seen all of it. Our rise, our fall, him coming back as Christ. Go ahead, let's read on.
The alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons. Mm-hmm. The circuits of years. And
hold on. What did that thing say right there? It said the beginning, ending, and midst of time, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons, right? So he understood that what Esau has not figured out, how he says what does Esau say about the earth and the sun? What does he say? Do a little science class here. Kwame, what does he say? What does he say?
Shalom, leadership.
Shalom.
As a brother Lemuel,
Oh, you Lemuel. Okay, that's right. He changed it up.
he said that the earth rotates around the sun.
Right. He says the earth rotates around the sun. Solomon's telling you that don't happen. The sun rotates around the earth. We ain't moving. How Esau's, we're not moving. We in one spot and everything rotates around us. Solomon knew that. The circuits of the years and the position of stars. Right? Verse 20.
Verse 20. The natures of living creatures.
What you call it? Nature of living creatures? What is that? No, creatures. When you're an animal. Zoologist. He was a zoologist. Go ahead.
And the furies of wild beasts. And the violence of winds.
He was a meteorologist.
And the reasonings of men.
He was a psychologist.
The diversities of plants.
He was a botanist.
And the virtues of roots.
He was on his healthy tip.
And all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know.
It wasn't nothing that Solomon did not know. That's it. But that gives you a hint. You know, like I said, Bishop brought it. That gives you a hint of who Solomon was on the earth. There's only one person that walked the earth that knew everything. Who was that, brother? Christ. All right. That's for when you get there. All right. But let's go back. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 5. We're dealing with the be not over righteous, right? Let's read Proverbs 5, and let's read 10 through 14. Who wrote the book of Proverbs? Who wrote it, brothers? Solomon. Okay, let's read Proverbs 5. Let's read 10 through 14.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 10. Let strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, and thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed.
When you get old, go ahead.
And say, how have I hated instruction?
How have I hated instruction? Because I was what? What's the question about? I was over righteous. I hated instruction. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I did my own thing. Right? Read on.
And my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers.
What scripture in the New Testament is directly talking about Proverbs 5:13? Paul said it. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers. It's a precept in the New Testament. Paul says it's the exact. This is where he got it from. Okay, Lawahabi, you got one shot.
Sure. Second Peter.
No. That was your one shot. Hebrews 13:17. Go to it. If you don't have that precept next to this, you can write it. Hebrews 13:17. Read it when you get it.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief.
Obey them that have the rule over you. Go back to Proverbs chapter 5 and 13. The book of Proverbs is a book of what? What is it? What is it? Wise sayings. Wisdom. Proverbs is a book of wisdom. Here's some wisdom.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 13. And I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers.
Do not be that person that in your latter days say that I could have avoided all of this, but I didn't obey the rule of them that was over me. Go ahead.
Nor incline my ear to them that instructed me.
I did my own thing. I heard it, but it went in this ear, and then it came out the other ear. Told you, stay away from that stuff. Your spirit ain't ready for it, but you tested the waters anyway. You got bit, and now you watch online. Go ahead, verse 14.
I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly.
But Solomon caught himself. He caught himself. What book shows us that Solomon caught himself from almost all evil? What's the book? Let's see. Who's thinking? Let's see some wisdom here. Joshua. What is the book that shows that Solomon caught himself? Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes is a book of repentance from all the wickedness that he done. That's why it says vanity, vanity. All of that stuff means nothing. Go back to Ecclesiastes 7:16.
The book of Ecclesiastes.
I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation. But I caught myself, and this is the wisdom I'm giving you, so you don't have to go through what I went through. Read verse 16 again.
Verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Why? You over righteous. You over it's right. Nobody can tell you what to do. You good on your own thing. You just going to do this walk yourself. Solomon said, you're going to destroy yourself. Why should you destroy yourself? Listen. Obey the rule of them that have the rule over you. They there for a reason. It ain't to flex on you with power, with your age. I'm 62. That 33-year-old nigger ain't gonna tell me I done lived longer than him. I got 7 grandkids. All right. Okay. All right. Forget that Daniel was a young child when God called him to judge Susanna. Got somebody ran up out of here now. A few weeks ago, talking about we children up here. Them children don't know the Bible. They never heard the Bible talk like this in their life. But we children, because you get corrected. You was righteous over much. All right, verse 17.
Verse 17. Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?
Why would he say that, be not over much wicked? Because we ain't supposed to be wicked at all. He said, be not over much wicked. Why would Solomon then come and say that behind that? Give me that, Luke. All right, let's go to the book of Luke. Before we get to the book of Luke, y'all find that Luke. Give me 2nd Esdras. The sun to rise on the good. 2nd Esdras. Let's go to. All right, so go to 2nd Esdras chapter 7. 2nd Esdras chapter 7, and let's read verse. Let's start at verse 63 on down. Verse 62 on down.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 62. I answered them and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, and that he hath mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his laws.
He has mercy of those that turn to his laws. Go ahead.
And that he is patient and long-suffering those that have sinned, as his creatures.
He's patient, long-suffering for those that have sinned as his creatures. But Solomon said, be not over much wicked. We're going to get to understand. Keep reading.
And that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where it needed. And that he is a great mercy. That he is of great mercy for the multitude. For he multiplied more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue with them that inherit them therein.
Go ahead.
And he pardoned it. For if he did not so of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them. The 10,000th part of men should not remain living.
So if the Lord wasn't merciful, he said 10,000 generations of men wouldn't live. And then after that, I'll be okay with bringing them back on the earth. I don't even know how long 10,000 generations of man is. Go ahead.
And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his words.
Cured with his words. That's where healing comes from. Go ahead.
And put out the multitude of contentions. There should be very few left, pre-adventure in an innumerable multitude.
So if God wasn't merciful, he said it would be a few people left on the earth. Give me an example of God's mercy based on that right there. He said it should be very few left per adventure in an innumerable multitude. Where did God first show his mercy? Emmanuel. When did God first show his mercy with a few people on earth?
Noah, the flood.
There you go. How many people was it?
7.
7?
8.
8. When you watched that movie, it was 9 people on that boat in the movie. But yeah, that was his mercy. He destroyed everybody, left 8, and then repopulated the earth again. So Solomon's telling you, be not over much wicked. But then we get where Andrew's saying the Lord is merciful. What's the understanding in between that? Solomon says, be not over much wicked. Then it says, God is merciful. Philip, let me see what you get. Let's see who's thinking. 2nd Esdras is a book of prophecy.
It means don't keep doing wickedness knowing that the Most High going to forgive you. Or thinking that the Most High will give you mercy.
Okay. Probably right. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? Okay. Isaac.
Keep striving for perfection, sir.
Say it again.
Keep striving for perfection, sir.
Okay. All right. Who else? Isaac.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Sirach 17:25.
Y'all brothers got to speak up, man. Turn their mic up. They're out here like cubs again.
Sirach 17:25.
What does it say? Don't just throw scriptures at me, man. Say something.
Yes, sir. It says, return unto the Lord and forsake thy sin. Make thy prayers before his face.
No. Go to Isaiah 22:14. Let me show you something. Isaiah 22:14.
The book of Isaiah.
Y'all, once I read this, y'all know people like this. And I pray it ain't none of you in here. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 22, verse 14. And it was revealed in mine ears by the Lord of hosts. Surely this iniquity shall not be purged from you till you die.
Till you what?
Till you die. Says the Lord of hosts, God of hosts.
So it's some people that, the Lord's merciful. He's very long suffering. But some of you niggas just ain't gonna stop till you die. God said, I got to get him out of here. You know what? I could have been merciful with him. Because I'm long suffering. But that Negro right there, take his life. Get him off the earth. So Solomon's warning you, although the Lord is merciful, he's long suffering, don't be over wicked. Because he'll kill you. Some people he just can't deal with. Take their breath from them. Because they ain't going to stop whoremongering until they die. So Solomon's giving you a little wisdom. Don't be over much wicked. Because you will make the Lord, what's that word? You will pee him off. You pee him off until you take your life. And you will die. I've had a family member just recently, last 2-3 days ago, 34 years old, died of a massive heart attack. 34. I've been tagging him in videos for 5 years on Facebook. Every time he talked to me, didn't want to hear it. Try to change the subject. 34 years old, God said he ain't going to stop till he died. Take his life. Now everybody's shocked. I'm like, I've been telling y'all. And I'm not flying home for no funeral. Not at all. So, going back to Ecclesiastes, right? No, I know a lot of people are like, dang, that's harsh, Cap. No, it ain't.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Because you don't listen to counsel. Go ahead.
Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?
That's what I'm talking about. God just can't deal with you no more. Kill him. Killer. Go ahead.
I want to add a precept real quick.
Go ahead.
Go to Romans chapter 12, verse 16. Lower my mic down, it's too high. Romans chapter 12, verse 16. Paul mentions it. This is a way we can avoid that. Read that for me.
The book of Romans chapter 12, verse 16. Be of the same mind one toward another.
Be of the same mind. Always have your mind focused on unity. That's one way you can avoid being high-minded. Read.
Mind not high things.
Don't worry about the high things. Don't be too concerned with things that you don't know. But be of one mind. Read.
But condescend to men of low estate.
Consent to men of low estate, meaning humble yourselves. Don't think you're better than someone else who don't know. A brother or sister who's just coming in here. Don't think you know too much, but humble yourself. Make sure you try to entreat that person well. Read.
Be not wise in your own conceit.
Be not wise in your own conceit. Okay? Same thing. All right.
All praises. Because at the end of the day, Christ said that we got to be what? What did he tell Nicodemus? He had to be what? How many? Where's John? Okay, he had to be what, brothers? He had to be born again. If you're born again, you are truly a what then? What are you when you're born? You a baby. Earthly, your flesh might be 60, 50, 40 years. You might be older than all of us up here. Spirit, you're about 6 months old. You're 8, a year and a half. You're 2 years old. Humble yourself. Don't be over righteous.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We
working so hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.